Welcome home, Red Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons. And today we are going to be having a whole lot of fun because we are going to be unboxing a brand new SpongeBob mystery figure set, and it's from my favorite continent in Nickelodeon's brand umbrella, Nick Asia. This is the SpongeBob SquarePants Box Wars figure set. It is all of our favorite characters kind of doing their best impersonation of a lot of us as kids. Probably we've all been there at some point where we either made a box into like a fictional house in our living room or our backyard, or in some cases made armor, maybe even Halloween costumes out of cardboard. And we kind of get to see some of our favorite Bikini Bottom characters doing something similar to that. They're all dressed up as warriors, kings, wizards, and even a princess in Sandy's case. So we are going to get right into this. There are 6 to collect that you are seeing on your screen right now. Plus there's also a villain SpongeBob that is a chase figure. I don't know what the odds of it are, but probably like 1 out of 144, I think. It's hard, okay? It's difficult. It's not easy to get that one, all right? But so we probably won't get it, but we'll try our best. All right, let's get into it. One note is that normally I'm opening a figure in a box, but today I am opening up a figure that are also in boxes. I guess there's a first time for everything. That makes sense? I don't know. But here we go. Oh man, I already love this. The box actually looks like a cardboard box that has been kind of taped up. Even has like a packaging label on there and it's like etched out. Yeah, you don't want to get SpongeBob's address. It's not like everybody in the world knows his address. Alright, so let's see what we got here in our first one. I could not be more pumped. These things look so nice. Oh man, please tell me I don't have to build these. I hate having to build stuff. There's like these big white like blocks that are in here. Okay, so there's the stand for it right here. We have a stand for the character to go on. And I think that the stands are possibly gonna connect. Oh no. No, please. So we got Squidward tentacles and it has him right there with this cardboard helmet, and it looks like a cardboard version of like Mystery maybe, or just a seahorse in general, but it came with these stickers, so I'm starting to think maybe we're gonna have to build this, and if that's the case I'm gonna be really sad. Okay, let's open up the figure and see. Maybe it's already ready to go. Yeah, he is. So this is tape, so I guess you put the tape on the figure so that way it looks a little bit more authentic in the style of how you might do it in real life by taping it up to like keep everything together. It adds a little bit of customizability to it as well, which I guess is cool. And it also has some like information on the side of his box. So you guys have seen the figure already, but you can see it's definitely made to be like a seahorse. And you can also see it says made in Bikini Bottom. But what are in these white blocks here? That's the only thing I'm just lost on. Is it just to like make it heavier so you can't like guess which one it is? Literally, there's just these white cubes in here. Random, but okay. Anyway, we got Squidward. If we get that in another one, then we'll try to figure it out. But I'm also getting a hint of what the theming is kind of about right now, because this is made kind of like a cue card. You can see like, you know, the classic thing where like, you know, in the Pixar shorts during the bloopers, you see that little thing go, cut, marker. Yeah, that thing. So I guess they're trying to make their own little like play here, or like film with these costumes. So we'll go ahead and add Squidward on his stand here, and bam, there we go. We got Squidward set up. Let's go ahead and check out the other one, and in between checking him out, I'm gonna go ahead and real quick put these stickers on Squidward. Okay, so I put the tape on him, and I do say that like, although that is kind of annoying having to do it yourself, it is kind of cool that like it has a little bit of depth to it. And what I do love about the Nick Asia figures that make you kind of like add stickers or like any little aspect, this gives you a little bit more of a connection, a hands-on experience with it to make you appreciate it a little bit more and make you spend more time with it to maybe appreciate the details. And I very well did do that. I noticed on the bottom here while I was putting the tape down, you can actually see the burst out spot where his legs are coming through for him to stand on it. And it is a really good sculpt of Squidward overall. This one I'm gonna go ahead and give a solid 8.5 good noodle stars out of 10. I already like the way Squidward looks, and we can check him off the list. All right, next one up, let's go ahead and rip the tape off together. Zoop. There we go. Let's see who we got. So I guess like, yeah, they all kind of do weigh the same. Like I don't think you could try to like guesstimate them. So maybe that's what that's for. I've literally just never experienced that. Okay, so the card's here. It's upside down, so you can say that it's a mystery. Let's see what we have here though. All right, this one is, oh yes. This was one of the ones that I wanted the most. He's so cute. We have Plankton here, and he's dressed up as a little tiny cardboard wizard. So he has the traffic cone like kind of thing on his head. He's got a staff that he made out of cardboard too, as well as like a plasma blaster. Plankton's like the only person who would think of having a mech suit wizard robot as his costume. They have these little like barcodes on them, and I'm kind of wondering, can you scan these? Like, what will come up if I scan his barcode here? I don't think that was purposeful. It was a Nancy Drew novel. Ryan put Nancy Drew on there. The one with Emma Roberts. Yeah, that's what came up. So I think that was just coincidence. But yeah, they have these barcodes. What comes up on Squidward? Okay, so you can't read Squidwards though. But there we go. We got Plankton. I'm going to go ahead and put the tape on him, and then he'll add him on the base here. Okay, so I built my Plankton. You can see I added tape. I know I could do like whatever I wanted with the tape, but I tried to just make them look like the pictures. For me, it's like satisfying if they look exactly like they're presented to me and like matches the promotional image. But you could add as much tape on there as you want. I mean, you can see I had a lot of leftover tape there, but very, very cool. And I also want to test it. I think the bases do connect. So yes, so you can see here now the bases are connected, so they can kind of be on one platform. It would be, I hope, but I don't think that's going to be the case. It would be cool if like one version of them came with like a piece that didn't connect. So that way you could kind of have it like an actual display and not both ends looking like they almost should lead to something else that's not there. But from what I'm looking at in the other shots, that's not the case. But I'm going to give Plankton, I want to leave room for opportunity for the other ones, but you guys know I love my Plankton stuff. And it also reminds me of the Lost in Time Plankton where he was a wizard. So I'm going to go with 10 out of 10 for the Plankton one. Okay, next up we've got our weird thingy, and I put the card straight down. I'm really hoping this one is Mr. Krabs, because that's the only one that looked a little bit like sus. Like he almost looked unlicensed, but I know these are licensed. I've bought a lot of figures from this brand before, but that one's the one that's a little bit strange looking. Ooh, we got Sandy. So this is Princess Sandy here, and that one is absolutely awesome, just because of the fact that it just screams Sandra. She has the note there that says princess. She's got the crown, but you know Sandy isn't some stereotypical 1950s TV girl. She's got to have a little action. And that's what makes Sandy so cool, is she walks to the beat of her own drum. She's got the karate gloves on that she made. I'm presuming out of cardboard as well, because typically Sandy's karate gloves are green.
Okay, SpongeBob, you gotta catch me first.
But she's got the orange ones on here, which I don't think anybody has orange gloves. Let me see if my brain can remember this. Obviously SpongeBob's are red, Pet Sandy's are green, and I want to say the only other gloves we've seen were Patrick's. And were they not blue? Ryan, put it on screen here. I think we only seen them like once, so I could be wrong. But nobody's ever had orange gloves, so I think that she just made these out of the cardboard, which is also really cool because it matches her crown. And you know, I always love when they give Sandy like a dome head, and you can see she does have the dome, so she can actually hang out with the boys here on Bikini Bottom and not have to worry about well, dying, for lack of another way to say it. I also want to see, I gotta like scan these barcodes. Ooh, this one's scannable. What are the odds of that? Like truly, what are the odds of this? I scanned the barcode, and a Funko figure of a little boy in a box is actually what came up. Like of all the things that could come up, like a Nancy Drew novel, the thing that comes up is another character that's in a box. Very weird. But let's go ahead and tape her up, and we'll check her out too. Okay, so for the Sandy one, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think in the comments down below? I do like it, but something about her face sculpt, maybe it's the lack of expression in her eyes themselves. Like Squidward's got his eyelids down, seeming like very unimpressed with the situation. Plankton looks like he's got his eyebrow bent in, like he's going, you know, being maniacal as usual. And she's just got like a very like stock, like PNG face, and I think that's what kind of bothers me about this one. It has no personality in the face. So for that one, I'm gonna give it 7. I would love if she had like a, you know, kind of like I'm ready to fight kind of face or something, rather than just being like, yeah, I'm smiling. So 7 out of 10 for Sandy. But our cardboard army is growing. That paper mache army across the street doesn't know what's coming. All right, come on. I really would love to get that chase. So the fact that we haven't got SpongeBob is good because that means there's a chance. There's still a chance we could get that chase. All right, let's check it out. Who do we have? We have Rick. See, now that's what I'm talking about. You see his face? You know, he doesn't look exactly like Patrick, but again, these are stylized figures, so they're kind of made to be, you know, this artist interpretation of the characters. I love the shield with the, like, mean chomping face here. I do wish that they did something kind of canon to the show, but I do like that you see his arms ripping out there on the side. Underneath, you can see that he has his typical green shorts. He's got the cardboard sword. He's got the pea hat, which is it's just like Patrick. They like not cut any of the side pieces of the box and just leave it like that. And it says, "I am a hero." And I think the SpongeBob chase says, "I am a villain." So that would be kind of cool. He almost looks like he's a, if you look at the villain one close, he almost looks like Sasuke's like Susanoo from Naruto. But let's go ahead and tape him up. Does he have a barcode? Let's check it out. This time a children's jumpsuit romper came up. I don't even know what a romper is. But I ain't putting my kids in no romper. That sounds dangerous. I don't have kids, but if I had them, they wouldn't have a romper, I don't think. You gotta make your final decision on these type of things early. Let's tape him up though. But yeah, I was saying on his shield, I think that's like a missed opportunity to do something canon. Like you could have put maybe a clam doing a similar face to this. You could have put like the Alaskan bullworm head first, kind of. If you want to be funny, you could go with like a group of nematodes. I just feel like putting this non-canon like block guy is just, like I said, a missed opportunity. Oh, and while I'm building this, you guys have been asking me, have I seen the new SpongeBob movie trailer? And yes, I have. I did actually do a reaction video. It is a members only video right here on YouTube. There's a few videos already we filmed that you can unlock if you become a member here of the show. It helps support the show, makes a huge difference in making these videos possible. Plus, like I said, you get that exclusive content, so you can see my reaction and also kind of my breakdown of the trailer right here on YouTube once you become a member. But you also can get access to that through our Patreon as well. So either way, you'll be able to unlock that. So essentially, if you want a little bit more of Comfort Cartoons, some additional content, maybe some videos you've never even seen, that's a way to instantly unlock them. All right, Patrick is ready to go. He looks fierce. He is our tank. We're gonna send him out first. You start off with your tank, send them in, let them freaking take a lot of the heavy hits, kind of start weeding them out. Then you send your horsemen to take down the stragglers, and then we'll use our wizard for ranged attacks to take down those in which try to attack our tank and horsemen. And then the princess, well, even though she has the gloves on, she stays in the back because, you know, what would this kingdom be without her? Okay. Next up, we gotta find our king though, Mr. Krabs. So let's see what we got here. Zoop! All right, I'm hoping this is Mr. Krabs because, like, I want SpongeBob to be like the mystery. You know, what are we gonna get? Really bulky, really square. It's making me think it's gotta be SpongeBob. But maybe it's our chase. What do we have? It's Mr. Krabs. Okay, so we still have that chance on SpongeBob. See, look at that though. Like, he actually does not look very like unlicensed now that I'm seeing him a little bit closer. It's just a weird idea for them to do that with his eyes, but look at how much personality he has. I'm not gonna say that I love that look with it. It almost looks like one of those close-up scenes of Mr. Krabs where he would do something like this with his eyes. We did see him as a king in the Lost in Times episode again, so he didn't really do this with his eyes. It's kind of a weird decision, but all I'm imagining is he's kind of like running forward, so he's pushing his head forward, but he doesn't have a head, so his eyes go forward, maybe. Oh, and I forgot to rank Patrick. I would say Patrick is definitely... I'm gonna bring Squidward up to 9 good noodle stars out of 10 and put Patrick as 8.5 good noodle stars out of 10. The first one's always hard to rate because you don't know what you're really comparing it to quite yet until you see it in person. All right, so let's go ahead and take these oven mitts off of Mr. Krabs' claws here. Yeah, I'm really not getting why they decided to put his eyes forward like that. Like, I thought maybe he was like riding something maybe. Is he like in a throne? I don't even know. But let's add the stickers on here and we'll give our king a ranking. But yes, the king is in charge of all of this. He's the one that made all those commands to send everybody out. And if things get really tough, you know what a good king does for his people. Yeah, he's out of there. But there we go. We got Mr. Krabs. I'm gonna give him he has more personality than the Sandy one does. So I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. I gave Sandy a 7, didn't I? I'm gonna give him a 7.5 too. A little bit better than Sandy because it does have more personality, I feel like, but it's just the eye thing for me. It's a little weird of a look, but he still looks beautiful. Like the sculpt is fantastic. The detail is so well done. It's just that one detail that kind of throws him off for me. You guys let me know what you think though. All right, but now we're gonna put the king in the center here, all right? We're gonna have our warrior, our fierce warrior Patrick next to him. And of course, we gotta put the princess next to him. And then we'll have our horseman over here. And then when SpongeBob comes out, we'll put him on the... Actually, we'll switch Squidward with SpongeBob, and we'll put Squidward on the end here, so that way the warriors and then our two more like range attackers will be on the sides here, and then the king and the princess in the middle to kind of give them a little bit like a leadership role here. Okay, and our final one. Did we get the chaser? Let's see if we did. I hope we didn't, because I just shook the shell out of this thing, so if we did, we might have broken it. I probably shouldn't have done that, but nonetheless, zoop, zoop. Ooh, there we go. Let's see what we got here. All right. Did we get the chase? There was no little random thing in this one. Maybe because he's like the heaviest of all of them. Yeah, he is really heavy. Huh. More brands probably should be putting those, like, maybe not something so, like, wasteful. I don't know if it's biodegradable for the 3 people that care. But, you know, something that weighs it down a little bit. Let's see what we got here. It is not the chaser. But he still has the fire, though. And he's like a dinosaur. That is very, very cool. I thought he was going to be a knight, too. But no, he's a dinosaur. And he's got, like, a fireball in his hand. Which I don't know if that's really fire. Because it looks like fire. They didn't make it like, oh, this is like a crumpled up piece of like paper that is like red, you know, and that's what he's doing. It's like, it looks like actual fire, which in the case where all their costumes are cardboard, kind of dangerous, SpongeBob, but very cool. He looks so cute. His face, like I said, his face has a lot of personality. He's kind of looking to the side. Oh, and now, okay, I'm putting Patrick up a ranking. I am gonna give him an 8.5 because the face that is on his shield is actually the face that is SpongeBob. And because they are the best friends ever, of course, Patrick's gonna have something that kind of references his best bud SpongeBob. That is very adorable. That definitely, like, those two side by side would work. Like, that made his a lot better. It's not the chase. I do really want that chase, so if I can find it online, I would love to pick it up if it's not like ridiculously pricey. But I have to be honest, I hate that I'm doing this because I feel like it's such a... Oh, of course, Marcus. But the SpongeBob one is the best one. It's not because he's SpongeBob, okay? Just because I like him. It's because literally, dude, he's a freaking, like a dragon or like dinosaur. I want to say dragon. What does his card say? Dragon. His card says dragon. And like in the whole medieval theming here, that's the sickest one. Like that's for sure the dopest one. And he's got the fireball. He's got the little cardboard gloves on to be like claws. That's so cute. I have to give him a 10. A 10 out of 10. The chase would have been like an 11. Okay? Good noodle stars out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 though. And when you scan it, Wonder Woman playing cards come up. That makes me even cooler. Let's tape them up. Okay, so we got Sponge taped up there. Very cute. I wish he had some kind of little wings. That's like one thing I would like to change to. Does the other one have wings? So he's still a dragon. It says, I am the villain, and he has wings. You can see in the back, there's like purple, like a purple cape he added on that looks like wings. That should have been on this one too. Even if they would have just made the wings like orange, I think they should have kept the wings, but still think it's a 10. I still think it's amazing. All right, now let me figure out this order. So now we got Patrick here. Okay, I couldn't put SpongeBob next to Patrick because of the fact that their shield and his fire actually like contacts each other and you can't put them down. But I think I came with the best setup I could. So we have the princess and the king next to each other. We have on the right side of the princess, the dragon. Not really the smartest decision, I get it. Sandy can handle herself. And then next to Mr. Krabs, of course, we've got Patrick because he's dumb enough to listen to Mr. Krabs. And then Squidward's over here on this side too because, you know, another day, another nickel. And I'm sure he just had to be there. And I put Plankton on this side over here. So this could kind of be like our villain side, I guess. I really wanted to put SpongeBob over here by Patrick and then Squidward by Sandy, but I just wasn't able to do that. So I think this is the best setup I could come up with. You guys let me know. The Bikini Bottom art battle actually starts all 6 of these guys have a full-on war. Who do you think is coming out on top? Realistically, Sandy probably. But based off of just how they look, who do you think is gonna win? My money's on SpongeBob. He has fire. I think that's hard to really beat, but Plankton's got a stick he could probably whack you with, but otherwise I'm going with SpongeBob. But yes, a beautiful set. Let me get a good look at you. On a scale of 1 to 10 good noodle stars for the whole set, I'm gonna go with a 9. I think a solid 9. I think that the idea is really unique. It's really fun. I do think some of the characters look a little off, mostly just Sandy and Mr. Krabs. Yeah, the Sandy and Mr. Krabs really, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think the Sandy and Mr. Krabs are the only thing keeping it from being a 10. And it's all just down to their facial expressions. I just think that they throw you off so much comparatively to how spot on Squidward and adorable SpongeBob and Plankton are. And then Patrick fits in too. But like those two just look like they weren't even made by the same people almost, especially Sandy's head sculpt. So that's where I'm at for the rankings. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. I had a whole lot of fun opening these as always with you beautiful people. If you guys want to support this show further, again, you can become a member here on YouTube to get bonus content, as well as you can join our Patreon where you'll get an extended version of this video as well as every other video that I upload. And of course the videos are 100% ad free, and you guys are the sponsor of this show and help make everything we do here possible. So if you want to sign up for either of those, it would be greatly appreciated. And also you can check out my Whatnot stream where I'm live every single Friday and Wednesday as well too at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out with us, and when you sign up you get $15 for free towards your first pickup. Plus we do giveaways every single week. It's free shipping and all you have to do is just be there and enter. So all that information is down below, but before we go anywhere, you know the drill. Scan it! Alright, so on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, Patreon, Whatnot, all that information is down below. I'll see you guys over here in this video, which is the last SpongeBob mystery figures that I opened on this channel. I know you guys are going to love that video, so I'll see you guys over there. As always, Rep Pack, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop!